My 3-year-old daughter has recently realized that she's tall enough to reach our kitchen counters. So when she sees a bag of chips or some snacks on the counter, she'll sprint over to reach her little arms up to do her best to grab the bag and to grab some snacks. But almost every time she grabs it, her arms are not long enough to keep her from spilling the bag all over the kitchen floor. So as I invite her to pick up the mess she's made, I get down on her level and I encourage her that if she wants a snack, she can come over to me and she can ask if I'll go grab the bag for her. Hi, Coach Alex here. And why do I mention this? Well, as we consider evangelism, one of the most important things to remember is that the response of the other person is not on us. If we try to muster up the best phrasing tools or facts and try to force someone into a conversion, we're ultimately relying on ourselves, and it can ultimately lead us to probably spilling the chips all over the kitchen floor. It's kind of a disaster because we just can't do it on our own. You see, while God has invited us to participate in the mission of sharing the gospel with those around us, we need to remember that the only thing that can change someone's heart is the work of the Spirit of God. Because of that, it is vital that we are dependent on God while being obedient to Him in our outreach for Him. Thankfully, the Lord has equipped us with a primary tool to be utilized for evangelizing and sharing the gospel. That tool is prayer. It can't be undervalued or overused. So let's motivate you with a few simple but powerful tips about how to use prayer in evangelism. I love this one, and it's practical and personal. In your own private time, consider praying for different people on different days of the week. Create a regular rhythm of dependence on God to work in their lives while you serve and love them well each day. The second way that you can build onto this is to let people know that you're praying for them. And then be sure to ask if there's anything specific that you can pray for them on their behalf. Most people are very receptive to being prayed for, and this gives you an opportunity not just to communicate that they're on your mind and that you love them, but it also shows them that you're actually devoted to what you say you believe. Finally, I want to encourage you to consider sharing the gospel through prayer. If you're talking with someone and have the opportunity to ask if you can pray for them in person, it can be a powerful moment. Ask them if there's anything specific that they would like prayer for. And if they're open, you can pray for their needs and for God to be at work in their life. Through that prayer, you can also gently and naturally share the gospel. For example, you might pray something like this: God, thank you for giving us hope for the future through your Son, Jesus. Because of his death and resurrection for our sin, we can be forgiven and put our faith in him. This kind of prayer not only reinforces what you personally believe to be true, that our ultimate hope is found in Jesus alone, but it also communicates to the other person their own need for Jesus, forgiveness, and hope that goes beyond just better circumstances. After praying for them, you can take some time for follow-up questions. You can ask them if they pray or what their prayer life is like. This will open doors for you to understand the other person and to know more about their spiritual background. And don't forget to follow up with them regularly as they've shared with you something that you could be praying about. This will show them that you really do care for them and you're consistently praying for the situation that they've told you about. But even more so, it shows them that God cares for them as you are his hands and feet. So here's my challenge for you today. take some time to write a list of 4 different people or families that you know who don't have a relationship with Jesus. Assign each one to a different day of the week and set an alarm at a specific time to remind you to pray for them. If you feel led, send a text to that person and let them know that you're praying for them. It's been great to have you with me for this series. I hope it fires you up to get the good news out to everyone you know. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for a new series and more encouragement and practical tools to help you spread the word. Be bold.